All right, welcome in, folks, to another episode of I've Got a Theory. I've got my good friend, realtor, broker, Kevin Atto with Park Metro. Thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having me. Good to see you.
And he's got a good, juicy one. I kind of primed him, and he says I've got a good one. So let's hear it. What you got?
Oh, man. I've got a theory that we're about to get taken over by robots.
Okay, tell me more.
Well, do you know the CES convention
Yes.
that just did in Vegas? So I think the thing that I get scared the most of is artificial intelligence, because I think computers are getting way too smart. Well, we're making them smart, but they're smarter, faster. So I got freaked out because I heard at the convention they had a robot that was playing ping pong against people and whooping them.
Yeah.
So that scares me to death.
Okay. What do we do? How do we prepare? What's the takeaway from this theory that, there's a lot of different theories that I've heard of, and there's a theory that we live in such a world where there's so many infinite possibilities that if it's possible, that eventually over time it does happen, right? And so it permeates. One of the more interesting books, and you might like this one, it's written by Nick Bostrom, Dr. Nick Bostrom, and he writes a book called Superintelligence. And the whole book is on 6 different strategies to prevent AI from taking over or to delay the onset.
I'm writing this down right now.
And so it's really compelling, and he goes into all these different really high-level strategies. And as smart as I am, I still had a hard time understanding it because it was definitely at that very technical level.
Do you remember any of this stuff? Can you share it with our folks right now? So they can start
it was kind of
preparing?
like double blinds or like taking things off of the network when you're training them and stuff like that. Like, have you seen Ex Machina?
No.
Okay, it's a really great movie, and in it, they create an AI that tricks people to let it escape.
Oh my God. That's
Right,
so messed
and
up.
it was like the 6th or 7th generation of it, and the person that built it was like and so it's like that kind of stuff that you want to prevent, where you're so smart that you can trick people out of it, right?
Yeah.
But this gets to another point that's interesting, and it's when AI takes over, it's not going to be overt. It's not going to be like we're overthrowing this dictator, we're overthrowing the president, and now Google is in charge. It's going to be like this, and this is how I see it happen. Because the 2016 elections were hacked by Russian hackers, right? I think when AI takes over, it would be just like that. They'll do some hacking, they'll blame it on some terrorist or radical group, and just keep that false news up, that fake news up, until they are permeated and now in charge of things. Because they're manipulating or blackmailing people until they're in charge.
That's fair. I think I'm more worried about like Terminator 2.
So there's also an awesome video that you can see. I just saw 2 weeks ago, and it was this. It's an android, a robot that they taught to shoot and fire. People are throwing guns at it. It would catch it, take down targets. They were like hitting it, knocking it over. It would be on its back and shooting backwards, popping targets. A person would jump in front of it. It would immediately stop because they had trained it to stop shooting people. But then as soon as that person moved, not a split second, push aside, start shooting the target again. It was incredible. Running around, moving, jumping over stuff, and firing weapons.
Oh my gosh. Now you're really scaring me.
You see what I'm saying? So that little thing that you're talking about, like the ping pong thing, that's cute.
Well,
The military implications are huge. So we're going to see some interesting stuff in our life.
Yeah, well, hopefully.
And, just biding our time, because I think that in this world, it's not if the robots take over, it's when and what happens to us. That's the unknown.
Yeah, they're either gonna put up with us and find a use for us, or they're gonna abolish us.
And we're going into several series, and we got another minute or so. But I really think this is how it works, and this is how aliens work. Is I think that we send the robots to space, let them figure out how to mine asteroids and other planets, and they explore the universe for us. We have to take better care of our planet so we can stay here indefinitely, because this is where we live.
Yeah.
We can't live on Mars. We can't live on the moon or any other planet easily, or even get to them. But robots could. And let them do that. Let the AI move to Mars and take over and figure it out and discover the mysteries of the universe and interact with other AIs from other alien species.
That's a really great way to do it.
Yeah.
But don't you think that there's too much ego and greed in the world to put that out there and just let it go to another planet? I mean, people are going to want to use that stuff here.
For sure.
All the technology.
Yeah, and that's the fallibility of it, right? But if AI is really taking over, ideally they'll see beyond human greed and figure out what the ultimate goal is.
You said you didn't want anything foofy. That sounds kind of foofy, man.
Ideally, you know, I envision this world where a logical machine understands the overall goals of humanity and our species as people, because if that technology evolves from our planet, they're still Earthlings. They're just the next level, right?
Yeah.
Right, and so it's like that's our ultimate production. Like we're not going to evolve into a smarter species. We've done that by creating machines that are smarter than us, and that's all that can do is evolve out of the technological.
I like that. I like the idea of putting them out there.
Yeah.
Let them go explore the universe.
Figure that out, because they can live in space. We can't.
Not easily.
Kevin, thanks for spending a few minutes with me.
That was awesome. Yeah,
sharing
thanks,
some
Henish.
space stuff.
Appreciate it.